Today what we're gonna do is we are going to remake the sub sound. Now the sub sound currently is essentially just... right? I think. And what I would like to do is not have it be the wow and make something a little bit more custom, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Second of all, we might change the text-to-speech today. I'm not really happy with the text-to-speech as it is right now. I just don't like that it goes off on a tangent. I just wanted to read what it says. I don't want it to sound human. So we're getting rid of Guy Arthur, Madzi, and Retro again. And we're going to sub in a much more stupid, a much more simple text-to-speech model so that we can get straight into it. We need to figure out exactly how we do it. Yeah, so I do think we can keep some of the aspect of the wow sound. But it has to be a lot different, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the anime wow and we're going to analyze it quickly, right? Okay. Right, so there's a bunch of like blah 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 in the end, and there's like a bah in the beginning. So I think what would be cool is if we had some bass. And we also need some anticipation, like a little bit. Like you see how this is like a... It's like it has a little bit of anticipation, like whoa. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna synthesize something like that. Can I just do this? Yes! Oh my god, this is happening. Dude, I have an idea. How about we do a bunch of these, and then you can get random ones.
Kind of housey, but instead of 4/4, the last two kicks are shifted forward. Lie dotted 8th at the end.
So it's like bum 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 bum. No wait, so bum 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 bum. Oh my god, that's weird as hell. Oh! I feel like it would be cool to just have a bunch of these, like different ones. Oh my god. That's a fucking cool intro to a track, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That's sick. So what we can do now... it's just so many things. So many things. Stop. Yeah, that's what it's gonna sound like when somebody gifts us up now. And then I think we have all of them, actually. But we can always go back to things if we need to. But I'm just gonna open them all now in a new session and see what we have. I'm kind of stoked about these, not gonna lie. I don't know how you feel about these. They do need to be volume adjusted, for sure, but... That's one. Then we have the normal one. Then we have the granular one. That's the worst one, I think. That one's a little bit different, and then we have the other one. I think these are different enough. These one, the granular and the long one, are actually very similar. I'm thinking maybe I don't have the long one, actually. Generally, it's better to have shorter sub sounds anyways. Okay. So for these, I'm thinking like to normalize them all. I think they're all actually... The only one that's quieter is this one. But it needs to be because it's like clipped to the fucking... Yeah, that's how loud it needs to be. I guess default and basic just needs to be like a little bit more quiet. 2 dB. Yeah. Okay, so all we need to do is re-render default and basic. That's good. Default and basic. The basic one is gonna have to have... What did I do? Like minus 2 dB? I think that should be good. Basic 1. Yes, you shall be re-rendered. And then we do this one. Default also should be -2. Okay. All right. The only thing is now, do we, for example, gatekeep the cooler ones to gifted subs? Right? Like, how do these get played, I wonder? That was successful. Holy shit, ladies and gents. What are these for? These are for the sub sounds. So we're gonna have these for sub sounds now. I thought that would be like a cool addition, because we've always just used the... But it's kind of meh at this point. So I'm liking the idea of having like custom things. If more than 2 subs, I guess a random chance for a cool variation. Yeah. It's not implemented yet, by the way. It's not implemented yet. What we could do, I could implement it. Yeah, well, all that is great. It doesn't quite work like that in JS, but yeah.